Hi there, welcome to John Thoumire Garden Design, and this is this week's little walk around a garden, an Edinburgh-based garden. Today we are doing Edinburgh's Dunbar Close, and this is a real hidden gem of the city actually. It's very small, okay? It's meant to be a recreation of a 17th century garden, but the people who look after it, they really do an amazing job with it. And at this time of year, it's looking particularly nice. So a little bit about the garden is originally there are designs and plans showing that there was a garden here in the 1650s. And there seem to be kind of documents stating that there are some people who used it for just drinking and recreation. But there's very little documents after that show very much. But what I would say is the massive concrete that basically took over the country didn't help this situation. And then in the 1970s, Edinburgh Council decided that there was going to be a garden back here again. And there was a trust called the Mushroom Trust helped with this, and they hired the landscape architect, Seamus Philo, noted landscape architect Seamus Philo, to do a recreation of these 17th century gardens. Now, it's not particularly historically accurate, but before we do a little walk around, you can see some of it here. So it's separated into three sections, and there's an element of parterre work in all of these. So let's have a quick look at that. So parterre work is the use of hedging to encase borders, and it's something that really kind of came into its own in the Renaissance time, and then through Baroque gardening, it got a little bit more from there. These, I suspect, before they became overgrown, were examples of something called a knot garden, which is very of the Baroque time, and it's where you take the hedging and it's clipped into very intricate shapes, resembling knots. Surprise, surprise. So that's this part of it. This is actually the entrance to the park, and I have to say I really like this. The Royal Mile is just over here, and anybody who's been to Edinburgh, you'll know that that is one of the busiest places in Edinburgh. And you can just hear the traffic going by. It's lunchtime at the moment. There are some visitors here, but it really feels very secluded and very private. A perfect place to come and have some lunch on a busy day. Another thing noted about this first section of the garden is this awesome, we're still on the superlative hunt here, but this awesome Liriodendron tulipifera, a tulip tree basically. And you can see it here. This is actually a tree of special interest. And if you go kind of to the council websites and whatnot, this is very special. Can I get a leaf? I can't get a leaf easily, but you can see one right here. Look at that. Camera work at its finest. These turn beautiful shades of yellow in the autumn, and it's a very special tree. It's wonderful. So we're just underneath that at the moment, and we're in the center of the first garden. Over here, I mean, it really is central. Over here we have Carlton Hill and Waterloo Place. Over here we've got Carlton Cemetery. Just up the way here, we've got Scottish Storytelling Centre. I mean, it's a massively historical area. So we're going to wander down to the next section. And I hope you can see some of the things that are going on behind me. So we've got individual pocket gardens almost here, with like clipped holly, variegated holly, with some sedum mixes, hellebores, obviously in preparation for spring planting. But look at this. This is where it kind of comes into its own a little bit. I saw somebody here before, so I won't disturb them too much. So you can see here the parterre work being particularly used. So these triangular trees, these are actually bay trees, or clipped bays. The planting inside is a mixture. It's bed planting. So we've got some snapdragon in there, alliums, persicaria, and obviously the box. And they do change as you go around. Let's have a look. We've got some espalier trees here. So espalier is where you train the apple tree up onto a fence. It's quite high maintenance and it takes a little while to yield, but the fruit on it is actually much better. So the planting is very similar. We also have some beautiful Cerinthe major. I've taken photos of these that I will actually post later. But this is the whole central section, if you can notice it. And again, there's more of these pocket gardens, more clipped ilex. And again, I don't know how much the microphone is picking up, but there really isn't a lot of noise here. It is really secluded. So we're going to carry on. This is the next section here. There are people having lunch now, so I'm not going to disturb them too much. But we've got further displays of the beds here. And I have taken pictures of all of these, so you'll get a good look. And again, I wouldn't necessarily call these knot gardens. A knot garden is usually far more intricate. I would still refer to this more as Renaissance parterre planting. So you've got the thin line of buxus, which is holding in the border, okay? And we've got, the garden is also quite well known for its irises, but there are none on display at the moment, wrong time. But we've got conifer trees here, and we've got silene, we've got rudbeckia here, more snapdragon, and along the side you've actually got giant globe artichokes, which is interesting. So I'm not entirely sure if somebody is trying to make this into a bit of a working garden as well. I know the trust who originally gifted the garden back to Edinburgh City Council, they're called the Mushroom Trust. They still have a significant amount of input to the garden itself. So maybe they would like to see the garden used more as like a good community growing area. So we're in actually the third and final part of the garden. It is small, and this is just a lined area. Again, you've got the edging here, but this is purely maybe historically just for recreation. It's not about the growing of things, it's about relaxation. We've got these benches here, and over the way this is actually the cemetery down here, and that is extremely old. Many members of the Edinburgh Enlightenment age buried all over this place. Don't want to be here at night if you have any feelings about ghosts. My personal opinion. So, as you can see, it might seem like there's not much to see here, but I would absolutely suggest you come and see for yourself. It's this great example of small space gardening, something I'm very interested in, and something I have had to work with quite a lot. Just come down and see what you can do with these extremely small spaces, and just what sort of planting you can use to give yourself the privacy that maybe your current garden isn't giving you. And you will see, I mean, here we've got yew hedging, which is absolutely beautiful. I think I made the entire thing without using the word beautiful, and now I've said it twice. So, c'est la vie. Poor French pronunciation as well. So I think that's about us for today. But I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope you've enjoyed this. And please look back again next week when we'll be doing another small garden. I think we're going to do one in East Lothian, actually, and hopefully have even an interview with the head gardener. But again, thanks so much, John Thoumire Garden Design, again. Cheers.